All right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so Sag, this is a storyline for you guys. Let's take a look at the overarching message here. We have got purification. Purification starts us out with someone's wishes, hopes, and dreams to actually, obviously, purify things in their life so that they can get to greater happiness. This is like, I want to, shed light on all the shadows so that I can, receive all the lessons from anything that I was supposed to, so that then I can move forward into nothing but lightness and brightness and joy and happiness. So it's a really strong message of like joys and happiness, and that's the greatest wish, right? But the only way we can get there is if we kind of like, what I'm picturing right now is somebody distilling water, getting rid of anything that would be an impurity in the water, but also like even taking out like mineral contents and things like that so that it's just straight water. And then saying, okay, now that I have something that doesn't have any other trace elements, now I can start, selectively adding in the mineral content that I want so that I can balance it out, and have the right kind of hydration or something. So there's a time for purifying things, because then we can start with basically a fresh cup, and then we can be more selective about what else we add into it. And that could be the other way to look at this. Somebody is cleaning their cup so that they've got a nice uncontaminated space or decanter to start putting things back into. We have the awakening. It's a judgment card. Somebody's wiping the slate clean. They're either making peace with a situation that once upon a time made them feel very toxic, or they literally have somebody coming in to make peace with them. So this could be Sagittarius has cleansed their energy, and now what is happening is it's made space for an individual, possibly a Scorpio, to come in and really like ask for, a do-over, or ask for forgiveness, or set things straight. And this could be the Sag is standing here saying, oh my gosh, I opened my heart to allow this. You notice how there's light like emanating out of somebody's heart? I feel like this is Sag who's saying, I realized that the best thing for me to do is to purify my own energy, let my own light shine outward, even to the point of like sending out vibes of forgiveness to whomever has hurt me, simply so that I personally don't have to carry around any hurt anymore. And the reaction of that is we've made peace with something, and sometimes that's when someone else comes into our world. It's like the day that we don't need someone's apology is also the day that they come back in with it. Because we've got a 6 of Cups next. We've got an 8 of Cups, and we got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. The way I would look at this is a returning soulmate. This returning soulmate could be coming in to tell Sagittarius that they finally got through their own shadow side. They finally looked at their life. They looked at what the big old black hole was in their life, and maybe that was not having Sag in it. This person could have finally walked away from all kinds of toxicity, all kinds of, behavior that was really possibly creating a loneliness inside of them. My impression right now, with all this talk of purification and awakening and returning soulmate energy and the black hole, I feel like I'm wondering if Sag had been dealing with a person who had a lot of their own like demons and their own problems they had to face, they had to cope with, they had to deal with, they had to push out of their life. And for a while, I'm wondering if Sag had been negatively impacted by a person who had their own struggles, because Sag did the one thing that they could, right? They hoped for a cleaner energy on this. They restored a positive mindset for themselves, and they opened themselves up to say, if a person ever comes back in the right energy, and I hope that they simply find the right energy regardless. But if they ever do come in the right energy, who knows what's possible. I think that Sag simply got rid of any painful memories that they had been harboring, and they simply said, I am bigger than this. If I dealt with somebody that was really toxic, you know what? The person who's toxic probably has a way harder time to deal with life than I do. So I'm simply going to say, I hope that you heal. If you ever do heal and you want to come back in and talk to me, I'm open to it. I don't need your apology anymore because I have simply moved beyond it and let this go. But what's so ironic about it is that it looks like that's exactly why this person now can come through. They're able to come in. I think this person took themselves down to the bottom of the barrel though for a while, and finally turned their life around. And it's like they are just now able to come in and tell Sagittarius this. They're just now able to say, I've changed. I've finally got myself straightened out. I'm free of whatever those shadows are. And it's so interesting because Sag is free of those shadows as well. To have that, it almost feels like everybody has found like their higher self or some kind of like divine love for their life, for themselves, because we got that 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's no sensation of being isolated from other human beings. There's no feeling of being lost out there in the wilderness and not knowing, where the light is that can lead us back to something, kinder and better. It's almost like everybody found themselves. How did this character, not Sag, but how did this character, okay, so 5 of Voices, how did they find their way back? They had to quit fighting themselves. This is a character who, it's like they were king or queen of sabotage. They had to stop doing that. They had to first recognize, though, that they kept sabotaging things. And it was them sabotaging it over and over. This could, my other interpretation, just because they're identical here, this could have also been that they saw something positive that is within them, but they saw it reflected in them by Sag, and then they instantly rejected that and said, no, all I am is somebody in shadow. I can't be in this happy, wonderful energy along with Sag. I need to sabotage this. This is pushing things away that you recognize, but aren't ready to deal with, aren't ready to acknowledge for whatever reason. It's like this person rejected, well, you notice that they rejected the olive branch. Everything that could have been already calm and kind and loving and supportive, this person was like, no, I can't deal with it. I have to push that away, even though they didn't ever want to really push it away. What is it that has changed for them? I mean, we saw them going down that black hole in that 8 of Cups, Strength card somewhere, Ace of Inspiration, the Sun in the reverse. I gotta say, I think that this character, look at all the wand energy. I think Sag had a major impact on their life because all this is fire energy. Somehow, some way, they faced their worst fears. Maybe right at about the same time that Sagittarius said, I'm not mad at you. I'm sending you good vibes, and I hope that you get yourself clean. I hope that you get yourself healed. I'm healing any of the wounds that I picked up along the way, especially in our interaction. And I'm just sending you the best. I'm making peace with, I must have met you for a reason, and I'm going to filter out any negative emotions, and I'm only going to hold on to the fact that maybe I loved you at one point in time. I love the good parts of you. And I know there's a lot of, painful, shadowy sides of you too, but I love all the good parts of you. And so I just send you that positive energy. And I wonder if that wasn't a turning point for this character, because they suddenly have this sense of courage. They suddenly, it's almost like this triangle of white light that came out of Sag's heart came right into their third eye. And all of a sudden they had this passion. They had this resurgence of energy flow. They were able to recognize, why is it that I am running away from the sunlight? Why am I trying to hide and scuttle into the shadows all the time? Why, when Sag has only ever cared about me and wished me well, why did I insist that I couldn't have the sunlight in my life? I think they finally are admitting to themselves that they do want that. They've always wanted that, but man, have they fought tooth and nail against that. gotta say, I think that whatever the positive energy is that Sag thought toward this person was sent from the heart, though. It wasn't from the mind. It was from the heart space. I think that has turned the tables for this character. That is an amazing thing to think that the genuine and sincere positive energy, instead of like sending like, oh, I wish that you weren't this. Oh, I wish that you wouldn't, quit acting like this, or I wish that you would stop that. I think Sag just said, all I can say is I love the bright parts of you, and there's a lot of bright parts of you, and that's what I fell for, and that's what I love, and that's what I'll hold on to in my heart when I think of you, is just the things about you that I loved. That's it. That's all Sag could do. And they just kind of left it with that energy. But what's remarkable is that kind of really pure kindness is what I think has made this massive change for this character. So what happens next? I mean, obviously, if they're having a profound change at precisely the same time that Sag is sending out that positive energy, we double down on that Ace of Wands. This person they are reviving some kind of creative spark, a life force energy. I gotta say, if they needed that strength to move toward the light, this is it. I mean, this is the wand or the torch that they can carry that lights the way home. Is this person on their way? Wow. Queen of Coins, Knight of Swords, this person is on their way. They are on their way, wanting to give and offer something to Sag swiftly. This is a really, it's almost like the same moment or the same day Sag fully releases this is the same moment or the same day that they turn this energy around and they come racing right back in towards Sagittarius. It's with good intentions. It's with the desire to open up, to offer something, to actually stay and build something that would be stable and long-term. It's not impulsive. It's that the desire for them to keep living in the shadow is gone. They recognize they've been avoiding being in something wonderful and loving and light for a really long time, and they're not avoiding it anymore. They're running right toward it. That's a different energy for them. Four of Swords. There's a time of tremendous healing. I feel like, this is so weird, but I feel like their first re-encounter with Sagittarius could be one where they barely even talk. This could be they agree to go meet somewhere, maybe, whatever, sit on their favorite park bench with a cup of coffee, and they both pass out and take a nap side by side. like it almost seems like there's so much energetic connection here. And part of the energy between them is we need to heal just by being in one another's proximity. The time for talking about everything will actually come after some healing has begun, but the healing begins with them showing back up in Saggy's world. They don't walk in and say, okay, I want to tell you everything I've changed. I've done this, I've done that. It's more like this person comes in and they show through their action that they want to be present in Saggy's life. But then the healing process that the two of these kind of begin working through is a healing process that seems to be, it's like being around each other and finding a place of comfort in one another's presence is step one. The conversation part comes a little bit later. That's an interesting concept, that they take a nice nap together. Just a simple, I feel so much more relaxed in your presence. There's a companionship. There's an easier energy where it's like, I can be at ease with you. It feels like I finally have come home. This is that returning soulmate. This is somebody coming home. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there because that one makes me need a nap now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for your patience throughout this week. I've had other things going on this week that have really made it a battle for me to be able to get to do the videos that I normally would want to put out. So thank you so much for your patience, you guys. And I will see you again soon. All right. Take care. And thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.